welcome back to my channel. I'm Jens, for everyone who has not watched my channel yet. I'm in Western Australia, and yeah, today again back onto my filter. Came back yesterday from work, and I was a bit confused about the water level in my pond, because the water level was pretty high, and I thought I'm having it trickle in when about every day 300-400 litre, between 300 and 400 litre are going in on timers. It was a bit high, so I checked into my filter house and all my brush filter chambers, and they were pretty low. So what happened there, I'm not sure what exactly happened. I have a theory, not sure if it's correct, but yeah, I have a lot of floating algae at the moment. I think that's because of the water temperatures. They have risen and stabilized now at 23 degree roundabout, and we have mostly sunshine. I mean, today is a very warm, balmy day of 30 degree, and I think this is why at the moment we have a lot of algae growing on the walls. Because my pond is open air. It only has the sunshade covering halfway, but during the morning, it until probably lunchtime is in the full sun. I just flick you around and show you what I mean. Okay, this part there, basically all that is in full sun, and in summer, in the morning till 11 o'clock, I'd say, the entire pond is in full sun. And with the temperatures have risen, the algae on the walls, nice thick carpet of algae has developed, and the koi is probably nibbling on it and ripping it off and causing a lot to float in the pond, and then of course getting sucked up into the filter chamber. So I already opened the filter chambers. So what you can see here, what happened is, for some reason, and I think it has something to do with all the algae that has collected on the brushes. The back rows, hang on, let me go a bit around. These last 3 rows of brushes have lifted up and moved in front of the intakes to the second chamber over there. So now sort of blocking that intake, that the flow has reduced. So they're probably catching a lot of the algae. It's not how it's supposed to be. So what I will do now, I'll switch off the pumps, take these brushes, give them a rough clean, because I'm not intending that they just had a big clean a couple of months and a half ago. So I didn't want to do already another big clean, but I will go through and give them a rough clean, put them all back in, and hopefully it doesn't happen again. As well, I reduced now the pump flow. The big pump I put reduced it now to 20 watt. Before it was on 40 watt. That gave me about 18,000 to 19,000 litre. I don't need that much. So, and because as you can see, I have everyone who's following my channel knows I have two pumps in there. One that is on a 90mm pipe and just pushes water straight back into the pond. That's the big pump, and that just on 50 watt, 40 watt can achieve between 18 and 20,000 litre easily. Probably maybe a little bit more. So I put it now down to 20 watt. So you can see it all there. Zoom it in. That one, that's the controller. That one there. And there, I put it on 20 watt. So I hope that, that decreased the flow, and with a smaller pump, one is not smaller, it produces a similar amount of flow like the big one, but with much more power. So that one is at the moment at 65 watt, and that should give me around, I think, 8,000 litre. So I'm still making about 20,000, maybe even more litres of flow, and my pond has only 17,000 litre. So I'm usually making once an hour, probably 1.5 times an hour turnaround. That's hopefully, I guess it will be enough, and hopefully more of the dirt settles up in this first chamber. So yeah, I will come back to you when I cleaned and rearranged these brushes, and I'm not sure if I might use the opportunity while I'm already disturbing everything, go onto this chamber and putting the brushes every second one a bit lower, one up, one a little bit higher, and one a bit lower, basically in steps going through. We'll see how we're going. Otherwise it's all running good, coil's doing fine. Water lilies starting to flower. And because of this heavy algae bloom I have at the moment, I started putting salt in. I had it already quite reduced because of all the water changes and filter cleans I've done in the past. So, but yeah, I thought, if I'm not a fan of putting chemicals in, so I don't like putting algicides in there. So I prefer doing that with salt. I know some people don't like salt in the pond, but I only go to a maximum of 0.5%, 0.5% up. I watch it very closely. Every time I put it back in, I wait till it dissolves and check the salt content in the water. So yeah, just to get a little bit less of the algae. Okay, I'll come back to you when I finish with the brushes. See you then. Thanks. Okay, I'm back. I put the brushes back in place, and I just thought I'd show you something, how I do this rough cleaning on the brushes. And I zoom a bit out, so that's better. So this little garden tool, it's just something I saw other YouTubers were doing that with their brushes to give them just a rough clean without emptying the chamber too much. So what they do, they go with this little plow garden tool and just rake along the brushes. So just to get the dirt a bit off. And after I've done all that, I'll just let it settle down on the bottom, and I go with a pond vacuum and give it just a little vacuum, not too much. But yeah, this way at least I don't lose too much biological filtration. So the bio film will be staying still on. Just get rid of the rough stuff here. So yeah, I guess the brushes came up, and one thing is, especially this last row here, that I didn't have reduced the quantity of brushes on it, so it was still very, very tight, and it could have been the reason that there was too much build up of algae and other detritus, so that it started getting pushed up, and then in front of the two intakes for the second chamber. It's just a theory I have, because it hasn't happened before to me, so I think maybe flow too much build up, especially with all the algae that's at the moment around. So yeah, so I just give these brushes a quick little brush. I mean, it looks weird, I understand, I totally agree, but it works. I mean, that's what these YouTubers were saying when they were doing that. They just go quick over, I mean, and then you vacuum it off, or you just let it settle down, or you just empty the entire chamber. But I don't want to do that, because I just done that. I don't want to lose too much of my biological filtration. There's no coming summer and feeding more. I just want to have as much film in there. But yeah, that should do, you know. This gives us, so yeah, okay, that's me, and yeah, I'll come back to you in a little bit. Thank you. Okay, I'm back, and I'm finished with the filters. All the filter brushes are back in place, and hopefully it all will be working. It's slowly starting to clear. Even want to manage to the second chamber, do the brushes up and down every second one, and it was quite easy, because the right PVC parts are a bit longer, so I could squeeze it actually in. I didn't have to fabricate anything for it. So yeah, if anyone is out there and can give me a tip how to deter frogs out of your pond, I would be very appreciative of it. There are dozens of them in here, tadpoles, plenty, and they're just disturbing all the filter. Yeah, it would be nice if someone could give me an answer there. Oh, it's all fine. The pond will be clearing up in the next 24 hours again. It's all good. And yeah, the koi is I think starting having a feed there. They got a bit upset about all the changes here. Okay, see you next time.